Hello and welcome to Gaming Again. My name is Muzz and it's the end of the Scottish Australian rules football season, and I'm just going to kind of talk about, just kind of give you a general overview of the season as a whole in terms of the team and how I felt I done in terms of my performances. The big news is that unfortunately we finished, second. We lost the grand final on Saturday. Positives to take, because we obviously want to finish in the positives, or find the positives. A lot more competitive last year than last year. Definitely feel like at points, more than at points actually, I think we were the better team for large spells, especially towards the third and fourth quarter of the game. I think that's been a key feature of our performances this season, is actually our fitness. We dedicated ourselves to this year in terms of our fitness levels. In November, we were doing gym sessions, and I think it really came to fruition in the last two games, where the final quarter we were by far and away the better team. And I think in this scenario, unfortunately, we just ran out of time. If the quarter had been 10, 15 minutes longer, I think we could have won. But that's the nature of the game. You've only got 80 minutes to win, so definitely positives to kind of take from that. Overall, I think it's been a weird year for us. It's been not a weird year. It's been a very transitional year. There's been a lot of things that have had to kind of happen at the club that we've kind of had to focus on, and we've had a few people kind of step down from key positions. So it's been not quite a rebuild, because that would imply like we had to kind of start from the ground up. But we've had to, I think, get a lot of things in place. And yeah, we're kind of looking forward to next season, where we will hopefully have a bit more kind of continuity with our training, especially, and our game days. In terms of how I played, I mean, it's tough. Like last year, I won best and fairest for the season, which is essentially player of the season, and the league, the kind of home and away fixtures. And this year, I didn't. I knew I wouldn't, just based on my performances. But I've been kind of moved around. I still don't know where my kind of position is at the moment. In terms of, I'm definitely not forward. I know that, because my kicking ability just isn't there. Like, I wouldn't be able to score the goals that we would need. In terms of that, speaking of scoring goals, that's something we're definitely working on for next season. Midfield, I feel, is where I may end up applying my trade a lot more. I've been the ruck for kind of the past 2 seasons, and yeah, I think as soon as we get someone who can out-ruck me in the team, I'm out of there, and I am kind of quite glad of that, because you take a beating as a ruck, you get your body banged about. So probably be one of the other midfielders in there once I kind of step out of the ruck, and I can also do a job down back. I found out this season, like, I've been moved back for the Clansman Scotland team, and also the Sharks at various points, just to kind of cover back there. So at least I know I can, that's kind of always been my strength, I think, especially in like sports like football and Aussie rules, is my kind of versatility. Like, my speed, my strength, my power allows me to play different positions, different parts of the field, and I can get away with it because I've got these physical attributes and can kind of make up for my lack of technical attributes, shall we say. So definitely definitely, there's been a few, like, definitely need to prove my goal kicking from the field if I want to kind of establish myself there. I think with my pace, I've had a lot of chances where I've had a shot on goal and I've just rushed it. So I think I definitely need work on that if I want to kind of be there long term. If not, going back in the defense. But then I'm quite good at like marking the ball in defense, which is a great thing because I get a free kick. But it's also a terrible thing because I have to distribute the ball then from the most dangerous place to distribute the ball, which is the back. So it is a bit interesting to see where I end up. Like going into a third season, like I know what I need to work on. I've ordered myself a ball, so I'm just gonna maybe go down the park on like nicer days and just kind of kick the ball, find like rugby posts or something, and just try and kick straight through the goal. And kind of anything else I need to touch on. I think one of the like we've done well as a club this year in specifically two areas. One, getting a sponsor. Like we've been crying out for a sponsor, and we thankfully have it. In Deep in the West End of Glasgow, a great pub, very scenic down by the Kelvin River. So definitely, if you're ever in Glasgow, get yourself to In Deep and tell the bar staff that Muzz sent you. They'll know. They might even get a wee discount there. But was the second thing, recruitment. I think we have recruited both on the women and the men's side some really excellent players that will hopefully be with us for the next couple of years. With the nature of the sport and the level it's at, like we're never going to be able to retain players long term. So to have those kind of fresh faces to come in really does allow us to keep going and hopefully keep the standard that we want to be setting. And yeah, that's about it. Overall feelings, like I think we have. It's obviously disappointing to lose, and it still does hurt physically and mentally. I'm still a wee bit sore from it. But if we take a step back after a few weeks, I think we'll realise like we've come from last year to this year. A lot has changed for the better, and it's a lot more positive. We're a lot more competitive against our rival. In the final, we've like smashed every other team, bar the one that we lost against, and another team that we only beat by a few points. But yeah, that's like we love sport sometimes, and then we hate it for these reasons, you know. Like losing a final. It's happened to me twice now. Have I ever lost another? No. Last year was the first final I lost, and this one is now the second one. So hopefully third time's the charm for me. That's what I'm banking on. But yeah, it's never kind of nice to lose. But yeah, I think in a few weeks as a club we'll realise like we have done very well this year on and off the park. So yeah, that's just my kind of overall overview of the Scottish Australian rules. No, what it is? Scottish Australian rules football season. And yeah, come on the Sharks. Like if you're ever in Glasgow and you fancy a kickabout, yeah, let me know. Come down, have a wee kick of the footy, and see if you can make the cut. Just kidding. We need players. Please come. Please come. No, we've done well for recruitment. I've already mentioned that. But anyway, all that's left to say is any thoughts, comments, general hostile remarks, leave them below. Thank you very much. Bye bye.